Hello, hello, welcome back. Today we are at Putnam Park, State Natural Area in Eau Claire. We're gonna be trying something a little bit different. I'm actually gonna try and stay on one simple trail. I've already looked it up and it is a loop, so should be pretty idiot proof. Well, haven't met me before, so. Hello. As you can see, it's pretty much fall already. There's a lot of leaves on the ground, but it is looking very nice actually. It's surprisingly not that cold. I thought it'd be colder. It has been cold the past week, but I guess today decided to warm up a bit. Okay, so there are gonna be some new rules that I'm setting for myself. From now on, we're gonna go to a park with trails and stuff. We're gonna stay. We'll actually look at the map, and we're gonna stay on one trail the whole time. Because last time at Centennial Park, I believe, if you watched that video, I kind of just wandered around for an hour and got myself lost. So I don't want to put you guys through that again. So from now on, we're gonna follow one trail. If there are distractions or diversions or detours, we'll check it out. But if it's a detour to another trail, we're just gonna head on back. But if it's just like a little detour to like a little self-enclosed spot, then I will have to explore that. I cannot help myself. Yeah, hopefully, at least on the all trails thing, it said it should take about half an hour to an hour. So it's about 5 p.m. Hopefully I should get back at 6, hoping to grab some Chipotle. They came out with like this new red kimchi sauce. I had it once before. It's really good. So I'm gonna grab that again. And I happen to have some tortilla chips, so I'm probably gonna grab some queso or guac. I'm not sure which one I'm feeling more. I'll have to think about it. Never going wrong with queso, but sometimes you're just in the mood for some guac. Aside from Chipotle, there's been some other exciting news. I now have an adorable little niece. I won't say names or send pictures, obviously, because I mean, keep kids off the internet mostly. And also, I mean, it's not my kid. It's my niece, but it's not my kid. So obviously, I would get my sister's permission if I ever wanted to for whatever reason. But I don't. But so she'll go well with my nephew, so that'll be fun. Can't wait to meet her. Another exciting news, I've looked at some different cameras, potential cameras I can get at least at the nearest Shields. There's which is, I mean, in case somebody watches this doesn't know what a Shields is, it's like a, you know, kind of like the ditch sporting goods, you know, hunting, sporting stuff, all that kind of stuff. And they have like two types of like action cameras. You know, the type of camera I'm looking for, I can go no hands. An Insta360 and just a classic GoPro. I forgot I think it was like GoPro Black 12, 14 or something like that. Or was it just 4? Maybe I'm adding 10 to it. But, so I just have to think about exactly what I want, look at them online, or maybe I can look online too to see if there's any other ones that are a better fit for me. I'm kind of leaning more towards the GoPro right now, because with the Insta360, you know, you can get a 360 view and whatnot, which I guess in some instances could be good, but I guess that's more if you like want to get your face in it and whatever. And you know, at some point I won't mind having a little face reveal. You know, we'll see where the channel goes, but in general, I feel it's more about the nature than me. Nobody wants to see my ugly mug. But we'll just have to do a little bit more research and see. Ooh, that is a bright sun. Wow, crazy, the sun is bright. I know, what excellent insight. That's it. Either way, I think both have around, I think it was roughly 2 hours or so battery life, give or take, which would definitely be a big upgrade from like the 1 hour, 15 minutes battery life I have, or storage space I have on my phone. Maybe I should invest, I mean, I can't, like one of those, a GoPro or something would be nice. Maybe I should invest in like one of those sticks, you know, to stabilize it more. Because, you know, I'm just holding my phone, so it bounces around a lot. So maybe investing in one of those stabilizing sticks, whatever the term is for it, I have no idea. Might be a good idea too. You know, the GoPro would be nice for like whenever I go to Devil's Lake or one of the harder, more mountainous heights. But if it's a more chill and I know it'll be a shorter hike, then maybe just a stabilizing feature would be nice. What are these? Where do these stairs lead? Can't climb the stairs faster than 15 miles per hour, guys. And it's just a little bit of a detour. I want to see where these go. There's a lot of stairs. Also, I feel weird holding my camera while following that one lady with her dog. So give a little bit of space. We'll just make it up to the top of the hill. If it leads to another path or something, we'll come back down. But regardless, it'll be a neat little detour. Oh, I just worked out, so I'm already out of breath. I'm already fatigued. And luckily, both at the store, the Insta360 and the GoPro, they both have like a chest vest or something that you could attach the camera to, which would be exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, I forgot his name, but the guy who, the employee who helped me was very helpful in what I was looking for. And once we get back, I assume we're gonna be going back down. Ooh. Step back down to a good topic for today that we can discuss. Maybe a hint, it's about movies again. A lot of squirrels around here. It's almost like a forest. We're just going to somebody's private property. What the dough? Dope. Thought it was just gonna be a straight line, huh? Okay, come on. I already kind of broke my rule. I bent it. I'm heading back now. So, started a little late today, honestly. Probably should have started a bit earlier. I feel like the night's gonna come on quicker soon, so we'll have to start earlier. Don't want to be stuck out in the middle of the woods in the dark. I don't think there's that many dangerous things out here where I'm at, but not exactly good footage. I don't think my camera has night vision on it. There's more trails than I thought. There was going to be one big trail. Okay, since we're going downhill, here's a big topic I want to talk about today. So, for anybody who's seen them, the live action Scooby Doo movies from like 2002 and then its sequel, whatever year that one came out, and I just rewatched those. Those were peak cartoon to live action adaptations. Am I wrong or am I right? I know I'm right, but I just want to ask, am I wrong or am I right? I know those weren't like cartoon movies like then adapted to live action like nowadays, which Disney is doing a lot. They were like, there were playing to be live action movies. They were live action movies, but you know, Scooby Doo was a cartoon, so that's what I mean by cartoon to live action adaptation. Those were peak adaptation. Because the first 2002 movie, it started out with strong with them. It started out strong with them solving a mystery, unmasking a die like they always do. But unlike most of the animated series, I know there's one Scooby Doo. There was just like Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated. I forgot the. I think it's on. It might be on Netflix or something. Maybe Amazon. But I know for most of them, they're kind of like. There's not really much like character conflict, especially with like, you know, the very classic cartoon. They just solve the mysteries over and over again. Classic formula never fails. But in this one, there was like straight off the bat, there's immediate character conflict with everything almost going wrong, but then everything just kind of works out. But like literally after the first 5 minutes, they break up for like 2 years. The gang breaks up, which is a strong start to break up Mystery Incorporated. Then they get invited to you know, Spooky Island, I believe it was called. I literally just watched that today or yesterday, so you think I would remember. Yeah, so then they're all well, not really tricked, just invited to go into Spooky Island to solve a mystery. And the CG was actually, for 2002, was surprisingly good. Like I've never been one to like care that much about bad CG. I know some people do, I don't, but especially for its time, I don't think it was that bad. Especially like Scooby Doo himself, thought he was really well done. Like he really made it like so it was less grounded and not as realistic. Because I mean, obviously, there's only so much you can do with the actual live action characters, like Shaggy, Velma, Daphne, Fred. But with Scooby, they could do whatever, and he really helped set a lot of the goofier parts, a lot of the goofier tones, with his classic Scooby Doo shenanigans. But also the casting for the characters was really good too. Not gonna lie. Especially Shaggy. Shaggy was a brilliant casting choice. I forgot his name, so I'm just awful with names. I'm the worst. But I'm pretty sure somebody, I mean, maybe somebody knows of the like the 5 subscribers I have. So I think somebody might know the actor's name. But he was the perfect Shaggy. Fred was also really good. Velma was also good. And Daphne was also a good casting choice. Like, the casting choice was just perfect. They all of them felt like exactly who they were from like the cartoon versions, just made real life. Except Fred was you know, they gave them each of the character conflicts. Fred was a bit arrogant. So, you know, very self-absorbed. Like from the first mystery in the first 5 minutes, he kind of took credit for everything, like especially for Velma's plans, and she didn't like that, understandably. Daphne was just the damsel in distress. Scooby and Shaggy, okay, they didn't have much. They just kind of stayed the same the whole movie, but I mean, they're kind of the same no matter where you go, and we all love them. We all love the goofballs for it. Velma, what was her conflict? I'm trying to think. I'm not exactly professional movie critic, but I'm sure she had some sort of conflict. I don't know. I didn't feel like she kind of did. I mean, Fred just kind of took credit for her plans. I mean, maybe maybe I just loosen up a bit. She's pretty serious, so maybe her thing was to kind of just loosen up, be more what's the word? Be more versatile, more easily bendable to other things when plans go wrong. Because by golly, do the plans go wrong in this movie a lot. But Daphne, she really kicks ass. I love that fight scene with her and the wrestler guy, just the random wrestler henchman. And she just absolutely kicks his ass. And also, I mean, spoilers for a 23-year-old movie, but Scrappy as the main villain was a brilliant move, because easily the least likable character. Like I don't remember a lot of the older cartoons, but I still remember he was the most annoying part. I'm trying to think, like, yeah, the action scenes were good. Like the Daphne's fight with the luchador, the ATV jump stunts, the monsters showing up. Those monsters were actually pretty, like, as a kid, those are pretty scary monsters, not gonna lie. The big, like malnourished, like tall bunny monsters. Oh. Somebody set up a little tent there. Oh, that's weird. Sorry, I just kind of zoned out for a bit. But the 2002 movie, peak. I don't care what anyone says. The sequel is also great too. Not gonna lie, I watched like both of those in like the last 2 days. Cause on my YouTube homepage, there was a video that came up with like the thumbnail for the cover for the first movie. I was like, oh, I was trying to think about that movie recently, surprisingly enough. And I watched the video. I was like, okay, now I want to rewatch it. I forgot the name of the YouTuber, otherwise I'd say it. But it seems like a popular one. He has like millions subscribers. Squirrel. It's like 1 million subscribers, so I don't think he needs a shout out from me or anything. But yeah, it just got me in the mood for that. And then I had to watch the second one. Both are on Prime Video, luckily, which I got. And funnily enough, I could remember like pretty much everything of the first movie, but for the life of me, I could barely remember anything from the second one, which I'm sure I watched after the first one. Like all I remembered was like the costumes of the people they've amassed. They like come to life in one way or another, but I forgot like all the details pretty much. So we watched it. And like all these just memories came flooding back to me, and I loved it. Because like I remember just thinking, dude, I love the way these monsters look. I remember I thought that as a kid too. Like I love seeing like how many like new monsters showed up, and I just kept wanting more and more monsters. I just thought they looked so cool. I remember like some of the other smaller details or some of the action scenes. Like I remember, I remember Scooby and Shaggy finding like a bunch of potions and stuff mixed together, and Shaggy gets turned into a woman. Scooby gets turned into the Tasmanian devil. Then Shaggy gets like super buff and dumb, and Scooby gets like Einstein level intelligence, 420 IQ, as they say. And that was just a bunch of dumb shenanigans, which was hilarious. Let's see. Oh yeah, they fight the Black Knight in like one of the spooky mansions, which was a great fight. And there's just a bunch of classic funny shenanigans that would happen, like a Scooby Doo, like one of the cartoon episodes. Like Scooby and Shaggy run from the Black Knight and barricade themselves in a room, and they're just like barricading themselves with a bunch of stuff, propping a bunch of stuff behind the door. Scooby accidentally pulls like a lever, a book, opening a secret passage. The Black Knight just walks through and starts handing them stuff to barricade the door with. And of course, classic Shaggy's like, "Oh, thanks, man." Then just wait a second. And that got a laugh out of me. Like it was an enjoyable movie as an adult, as much as it was as a kid too. I loved it. And let's see, there was the Captain something, the guy in the deep sea diver suit, classic monster from Scooby Doo. And I remember he like shoots the van with like a harpoon and is like pulling them in. And then Fred just throws the van into reverse and just rams him back into a lake. I remember the pterodactyl. I remember the pterodactyl just monster like dragging them out of the van while driving, and everyone else is just like hanging on for the life, and Scooby, that's relying on Scooby to actually drive the van and just barely misses getting hit by a semi truck and flies the pterodactyl thing into a billboard. And I remember the final confrontation with the Black Knight, between Fred and the Black Knight. I remember they go to like the mining camp, whatever, and mining factory, whatever, mining place, and the Black Knight just comes out with a horse on top of a cool looking horse with ready to joust, and he's just like, "You shall not pass, knaves." And Fred, he's like, "Go on ahead, guys, I got this." And we're like, "Well, what's it gonna do? How's it gonna beat a knight on a horse?" So he goes into like a little shack, finds a motorcycle, and just grabs a pipe and uses that to joust the Black Knight. And I didn't remember that until, oh yeah, I can't remember this place. And I didn't remember that until like I saw it. I was like, wait a second, I remember this. And I got so hyped up. So I remember as a kid, I was like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Fred, like even now as an adult, I can say Fred just jousting a knight on a motorcycle. It's pretty metal. It's pretty cool. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. Even as an adult, that's cool. And Daphne fights the Electrico, the 10,000 watt monster, which truthfully was probably one of the most dangerous monsters that was turned into a real life one. It's literally just electricity, and probably should have killed her. Daphne, with her genius Velma level intellect, decided, hey, let me first try kicking the electricity. That didn't go well. So squirrels. So I remember, yeah, and Fred and Daphne, they beat their respective ghosts by working together using some jumper tables. Daphne attaches them to a pipe, throws it into the electric monster, and then Fred attaches the other end of the tables to the knight, and they both just explode, which was, come on, that's cool. That's so cool. And then, oh, there's a great scene where this is like two great dance numbers too in the movie, where the Shaggy and Scooby, who are their character arc in this, is that they're really feeling the goofballs. Like they feel like they mess up too much, and that they always mess up, and that they don't feel like part of the team anymore, because they kind of just screw everything up. So they go to like a bar full of ex-criminals that they have caught, just people that they have unmasked, and they're just trying to solve clues. They come in disguises, obviously, and Scooby does this awesome dance number in an afro. I didn't know Scooby with an afro was something that I needed, but I guess it is. And of course they get found out eventually, and everyone hates him, everyone comes after him, and they dive into garbage. But that was just a fun little scene. Then we got like the two skeleton monsters, Cyclops skeleton monsters. I remember they're first introduced when Shaggy and Scooby, they go to like the abandoned mining factory, and like they're sneaking around. They're sneaking in like in between shadows and light from the window. So they'll go from like black and change positions into Scooby carrying Shaggy, Shaggy carrying Scooby, you know, the goofy stuff. And then after like the third one, Shaggy's being carried by a skeleton, and then they just scream at each other. But it's classic cartoon shenanigans. Like, what happened to the classic cartoon shenanigans? I mean, I don't watch many cartoons anymore, obviously, but I'm an adult. But it brought me back to my childhood. I was like, this is peak live action adaptation right here. And right there is the college I used to go to. Good and bad times. I just did not like school in general. School was not fun. I know, crazy thing to say. Everyone loves school. Oh well, I ended up with some good stuff. Got my main friend group from there. Got one of my current jobs from there. So, you know. Oh, squirrel. Yeah, I guess I'm not really doing much to hide around the area I live, but I don't know, guess I just stopped hearing it too much. I've not been on campus in probably years, so I guess we're technically about to be roughly on campus. I could still pass as a college kid if I wanted to. I just need a haircut and a shave. I could pass. It's already been 34 minutes. Let's see, yeah, I remember when Scooby and Shaggy were running from the skeletons, they like surfed on garbage can lids down a forest mountain hill, and that was super fun scene, with the skeletons just chasing after them, one using the other as like a sled or something. Oh, is that the end of the trail already? Oh, I guess it's been 35 minutes, so I don't know. I thought it said it was a loop. This wasn't exactly a loop. I swear it said, the thing said it was a loop. The app said it was a loop. So I don't know. Yeah, sign says Putnam Trail that way, so I don't know. Teaching and preservation for our natural heritage, removal of some plants. Well, yeah, I know. I mean, it's not really a loop, it's kind of a straight line, but oh well. Yeah, nice and simple. Didn't get too distracted today. Just went on one little detour, but I got back to it. So, you know what? I'd say this was a success. I probably won't record the whole way back because, you know, that'd be boring. But I'll just finish talking what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. And who can forget the goat, Miner 49er. I don't know if that's really a ghost or a monster. It's just a big miner. But he was fun. Like, in the first movie and the second movie, the like even the fart jokes were actually funny to me. I thought they were kind of well done, surprisingly. Usually I'm not a fan of that kind of humor. I don't want you thinking I think oh no, I'm too high. I only care about highbrow humor. No, you should see the group chat with my friends. It'd be pretty bad if some of the jokes I've made in there have been leaked. I like dark humor a lot, but yeah, I'm just not a fan of like, you know, bathroom humor that much. But I thought they were kind of funny in the first two movies. Maybe it was nostalgia, I don't know, but I liked them. And I would be a fan if they did more. Well, I mean, if they did it right. Live action movies nowadays, the live action adaptations are kind of garbage. But I remember the good old days of live action adaptations. The Scooby Doo movies, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the Looney Tunes Back in Action, and who can forget the GOAT Space Jam, of course. Not the sequel Space Jam, the original Space Jam with the GOAT Michael Jordan. It's a lot of mud. I watched the second Space Jam, you know, just because of course I had to. But I mean, it was fine, you know, it was whatever. But it just did not hit the same as the original Space Jam, the movie of a generation. Like, who could forget the R. Kelly? I mean, you know, forget the artist, but who could forget the I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. And the original Space Jam song is "I'm Not Slam. Who wants that jam?" That was peak music right there. One of the best songs ever written. I don't care what anyone says. Space Jam is probably just one of my favorite movies of all time. I like, and it's funny because I mean, I'm sure I watched Looney Tunes as a kid, but I don't think I was like a diehard fan of Looney Tunes. And I don't think I've ever watched a full basketball game in my life. I'm not a fan of basketball in any way, shape, or form. But for some reason, just the combination of Michael Jordan playing basketball with the Looney Tunes. Oh. Yeah, that's starting. That's one. I just probably can drive through here. Huh. Don't want to get the license plate on camera. But ooh, all these trees without the leaves, kind of spooky. Yeah, I'm thinking about going to a haunted house too at some point. Maybe, I mean, next Sunday is I think November, so it has to be sometime next week. But I haven't done a haunted house in years. I've always liked them, but I just don't have any friends. I mean, yeah, I don't have any friends, but I don't have. If I did have friends, I don't think I have any friends who really care about going to haunted houses, so I'd have to go alone, which I wouldn't mind. So I'm just kind of really in the mood for that this year. So I think I might actually try to go. But I wonder if I could record in there. I don't know. I have to ask. I mean, that'd be a little detour. Oh, maybe I could go to one of those haunted mazes, like torn mazes. I don't know if there are any near me, but that could be. Not just if I could record, and that could be a little torn maze haunted hike. That could be fun. Yeah. The ideas are coming together. I'll have to look that up. We'll see. But yeah, I know this wasn't the most exciting one, hike, but I don't even know if I can count it as a hike, but I will. It said trail on there, so what count is that? It said it was a loop, so this did not feel like a loop. It was just a straight line, but whatever. We'll go with it. But yeah, and I was mistaken last time. I said Centennial Park trails were marked as easy on the app. They were actually marked as medium, so that was my bad. This one was definitely marked as easy. So, I mean, you know, they're fine. Not my cup of tea. For something a little bit more intense, but you know, I didn't want something too crazy this week, so it worked well. And it, you know, helped me get into the rhythm of not just running off and doing whatever, actually following a single trail. Not just wandering around with the camera for an hour and getting lost. But yeah, I could go on and on about Space Jam. I might save that for maybe next video, whatever. But I absolutely love Space Jam. Again, my favorite. I love Michael Jordan, not because he is one of the best basketball players of all time, but because he was in Space Jam, one of my favorite movies of all time. If that doesn't tell you something about me, I don't know what does. But yeah, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That was also a really good live action and cartoon adaptation. Well, that was more of a trying to think. Those Scooby Doo movies, they're like cartoon to live action adaptation. But the Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the Looney Tunes Back in Action, and Space Jam, they were more like, they weren't really like just live action adaptations. They were more like live action mixed with cartoons, which was, so I guess there is a difference. I don't know if there's like a specific term difference between the two, but yeah, I guess there is a bit of a difference. So it's kind of wrong to just lump them all together, but you know what I mean. Live action mixed with cartoons or live action cartoon adaptations. You know, So I love those movies, but I love the classics of those. I don't like all these live action adaptations from like Disney and whatever. I don't think I've seen a Disney movie in forever and a half. Because they're just not good anymore. Disney's just kind of garbage now. Like, I haven't seen any of the new Star Wars movies because those are kind of trash. I think I saw like, what was it? The first one with Rey and whatever. I think I saw that one. Maybe the second one. But then I was like, okay, this kind of sucks. I don't really care about this. And then I think the last good Star Wars thing I watched was like The Mandalorian, which was good. I know Andor, I think. I haven't seen that, but I've heard that's one of the better ones that they've put out. I've seen enough of what's the name of the super garbage one? Starts up. Oh my god, I can't. Oh, start with an A. Apothecary? No. The Apprentice? No. The Acolyte. I haven't watched that, but I've seen enough clips of that. I've seen videos like tearing it apart to know that was garbage. Just videos just pointing out every single plot hole, and every single video just unanimously saying, agreeing, this is one of the worst things they've ever put out in a long time. So, yeah, Disney has not been doing good lately. I don't know if it was Disney. I think is it technically count? But I think the last like Marvel thing I saw that I actually enjoyed, it's probably the last like movie I actually went to see in a movie theater, which is very rare for me, was Deadpool versus Wolverine. The Deadpool movies were peak. Love those. But other than that, like, Disney kind of sucks. I just have no interest with it. Speaking of big billion-dollar corporations that suck, Nintendo. I do not like Nintendo. I hate Nintendo. I don't care what anyone says. All right, I used to watch the Pokemon anime, like probably some episodes here and there, whatever, but never played a single Pokemon game, and I'm happy for that, because that has saved me so much time and money and just getting screwed over by a company. Well, I'm sure I've been screwed over by other companies, but like just over and over again every single year. I also don't play Call of Duty, so I don't get screwed over by Activision every year, which is great. Oh, you did. Yeah, I have a friend who I don't know if he still does, and if you're watching this, my friend knows exactly who they are. Buys like Call of Duty every year. I don't know if he still does, but if he does, he should stop. They're the same every damn year. They suck. He gets the Assassin's Creed games every year, which is kind of more of the same every year too. But hey, I mean, to each their own. I understand the Assassin's Creeds more than the Call of Duty, I guess. Because yeah, they're kind of the same, but like they're in different settings, so you can argue it enough. But I think the only Assassin's Creed games I have played are the first one and the third one. Yeah, that's it. The only one I would consider playing is 4. So I know people agree that that's one of the best ones easily. And the pirating does look pretty fun. Yeah, there's one YouTuber I watch. I think called Fleetazoid, and he just goes on a tear with Assassin's Creed games, like just ripping apart the new ones, saying how much he hates them, because he loves the classic ones where it's like you press one button and you just kill like 4 different guys with a cool animation. And I'm a sucker for cool animated takedowns. I love those things. So I tend to agree. Like I wanted to just be but I remember in the 3rd game, I would just go to a spot that I found had like would respawn a lot of guys, and I would just stay there for like 10 minutes or however long I could last, and just press one button and just keep killing the British soldiers over and over and over again. So I like the cool animations. I'm a sucker for those. So I think you and I are on the same wavelength with that. But like, so I have no interest in the newer Assassin's Creed games. I don't have, well, I probably could make time to spend like 80 hours in a empty open world, but I prefer, at this point, I kind of prefer more narrative games. Not that I don't like open world games, like Elden Ring. I played that. I probably will replay it at some point. I love Elden Ring, brilliant game. I still need to replay it. So I played on PS4, and then I need to see if I can get the save data. Maybe I know you can to the PS5 version that I have, and said maybe I can have the same build or whatever. But I mean, if I can't get the data and I have to replay the whole game, I'm not done playing. I'll do a different build, and then I can play the DLC. Because I haven't played the DLC. I probably won't play the new co-op one, Night Rain, I think it was, because I don't have friends. But I really do want to play the DLC, and I've been holding back on watching videos about it. Like who is he? Matt Soar. Like, I love his videos. Just, I think I have a thing for just like videos that are visually the equivalent of crack, pretty much. Just his videos are pretty much just crack in visual form. And I know he made a video about I forgot the DLC name. I forgot that name, but the Elden Ring DLC. And but I haven't watched it yet because I don't want any spoilers to the game, which I've already had like 1 or 2 spoilers, but not that many, so should be fine. But I remember I'm pretty good at not getting spoilers too much. So I remember I waited like a long time to play Ragnarok, probably until I got a PS5. So I didn't get the PS5 right away, but I waited like, how long did I wait? Like a year, 2 years, until like Black Friday, and there was like obviously a sale on it. That's when I got it, and I just bought like a ton of games. But I remember I got like no spoilers to Ragnarok because I just have so little social media presence. I think I have more now than I did back then. I mean, aside from this YouTube channel, I'm on Ats a little bit more, not a ton, because that could be bad for you. But yeah, I remember I liked Ragnarok. I don't think it was as good as the first one. I think the first God of War, well, like God of War, in the Viking realm, the Nordic mythology. I think I prefer. Wait, was it God of War 5? No. Was it God of War? Was it God of War 4 and then God of War 4 Ragnarok, or was it God of War 4 then God of War 5 Ragnarok? I swear, I think it was God of War 4 then God of War 4 Ragnarok. But either way, Ragnarok I don't think was as good as the first God of War 4. And well, it might have been because I got used to the combat style or the gameplay, which was obviously very similar to the first God of War 4. But I remember playing the first God of War 4, and I was like blown away by how cool the axes were, the axe gameplay was, and then getting the chains of oh my god, I hate how bad I am with names of things and people. But the chain, you know what I'm talking about. The chains with the blades on them, blades of blah blah blah. Helheim, no, whatever. I'm stupid. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And you get those in like the later half of the game, second halfway through, whatever. But and that was sick. That was absolutely incredible. But I will say, in God of War Ragnarok, I love the spear that you get. because you have 3 weapons. Then you have the axe, the chains, and then you have the spear. I love the Dropnir spear, I believe it was called. Blades of Chaos. I think it was just the Blades of Chaos. But yeah, I love that. It was so fun using that thing. But I think I gave like God of War my own head. Just the God of War 4, I gave that like a 9 out of 10, with 5 being average. I think I gave that one a 9 out of 10. I loved it so much. And then I think God of War Ragnarok, after just playing the original story, I think I gave it like a, I think 7.5. Yeah, that sounds about right. But then there was I think it was a free DLC part. It was the God of War Valhalla that came afterwards. And I thought it was Valhalla alone just kind of upped it from a 7.5 to, oh, I really love Valhalla. I want to say, my heart says 8.5. I'm just gut feeling. It could switch between 8.5 depending on how I'm feeling, but I really liked Valhalla. Which was basically just like, it was basically a roguelike God of War, where you just go into Valhalla, you face some enemies you faced before, you also face new enemies, and you face enemies from his Greek days, which was crazy. There was some really crazy moments. Like, it wasn't just like a slap together little thing. It was and there's a bit of a story to it too, and it comes after the God of War Ragnarok. And like, it's him going in there into Valhalla over and over again to get to the end, just kind of as a little journey of like self-discovery. Because like after the events of Ragnarok, he's kind of I don't know if lost is the right word, but you know, he's kind of in between, of unsure where he's going now. What does he want to do? Like, who he is. Because, I mean, spoilers to Ragnarok. But after Ragnarok, Atreus, his son, the boy, leaves on his own journey, which also I gotta say, one of the reasons I didn't like Ragnarok as much was I thought the boy gameplay was fun and all, but I did not care about like him going to like I think it was Jotunheim, the Giants realm, with that one girl, I forgot her name. I did not care about that part at all. That part was very boring. So I did not like that part. But yeah, Valhalla was great. You get to fight I thought that looked like a small bear for a second. No, just a fluffy dog. But you get to fight Tyr. Oh my god, what is wrong with me in names? You know, the God of War for the Norse. Oh, I actually liked him. I cannot remember his name. Hi. I thought that was a small bear for a second around the corner.
I know.
I believe his name was Tyr or something like that. But yeah, you actually get to fight him in Valhalla, which was cool. You get to see why why he was the God of War for the Norse. He kicks ass, I'll say that. Good luck beating him on the first try. And I don't think I'll do I spoil the ending? Well, screw it. Yeah, it's a DLC to several-year-old game. But spoiler for the ending of Valhalla, because there is like a little thing at the end. But once you beat everything, once you finally get enough of, you know, whatever you need to get to the actual end, open the big door at the end, you get a little cutscene between Kratos, the present Kratos, and past Kratos. Hold on a sec. Don't walk past these guys. I help you?
I have to go for a walk.
Sorry about that. Kid just ran up to me, so I had to. Didn't want to get him on video. What was it saying? Oh yeah, so you get a touchscreen between Kratos, present Kratos, and past Kratos, and just I don't know if I can do the speech justice that present Kratos gives, but he's basically like talks to his past self, says you are selfish, you are cruel, you are, and a bunch of other things. Just, you know, looking back on himself and seeing all the things he's done and all the things that he was and perhaps is, and how he kind of hates himself and hates his past self. But then he comes to realization and he says, but that is not all you are. You can be more. And he kind of accepts that he is not, even though he has done a lot of bad things, a lot of awful things, he can be more. He can do more than just that, which I really love that message. So yeah, you know what, 8.5. Yeah, 8.5 just for Valhalla alone. It upped it by 1 point. If you include Valhalla with Ragnarok, then yeah, it's 8.5. So I really liked it. And it was definitely a fun. It was a fun. I think it was a free DLC too. Fun little free DLC with kind of an epilogue too. So fun little epilogue plot, and I really enjoyed it. Oh man, I kind of ranced on. I didn't mean to record my whole way back. Still a bit ways to go, but yeah, I think I'll probably end it here. I mean, there's not much of a trail, so I don't really know how much to rate it. But I mean, it's free. There's not a lot of parking. I mean, I think the spot where I was with the university, I think parking's free on the weekends. I looked it up first, but yeah, you need a parking pass to park there on the weekdays. So, but I mean, it's just a fun little line. You know, I just want to go for a nice little walk. Maybe walk the dog. So I'll probably just give it like a 5. You know, it's not bad. Not bad, not fantastic or anything. Just a little walk. It's not really a loop like the app said. So you know what, 4? I'll give it a 4 just because I kind of got lied to. It's not really a loop. But yeah, so give it a, yep. Putnam Trail. It's a 4, just a little line. If you know, want just easy little hike, little walk. I don't know if I can count it as a hike. It's just a trail, but it's not really a hike, it's just a walk. I kind of just went for a walk. So, sorry, false advertisement this time. Not really hiking adventure this time, a walking adventure. But yeah, that'll be it. Comment below what your favorite live action cartoon adaptation, or you know, live action mixed with cartoon childhood movie was. Like, and tell me if I was right or wrong about the Scooby Doo movies. And if you tell me I'm wrong, then I want you to then explain why I was wrong, and then I want you to give me a 100-page essay on why you were wrong, because no, you're wrong. I refuse to accept that. I just rewatched them. They are peak. They are peak cartoon live action adaptation. I refuse to accept anything else. Does that make me stubborn? Yes. Don't care. But yeah, leave a comment below, leave a like, and I promise there'll be more exciting trails and whatnot. And hey, maybe there'll be a not next week. It's Sunday, so not next week, but the week after, maybe there'll be a little haunted corn maze or something video. So that could be fun. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.